In this week's episode of The Enthusiast, 2024 Fantomet Christmas album is coming soon to Phantom fans, and so much more in this week's episode. In the quick fire news this week, few publications will be releasing The Phantom, issue number 1982, A Prince in Al-Madalen, and Operation Domino Part 6, which will be very, very awesome. And that will be coming out on the 24th of October, so that will be coming out this week. And coming up on this week's show, in the publisher's news, Fantomet Christmas album, as I was saying, is coming out soon, and we're going to be talking about that right on this week's episode of The Enthusiast. Editorial Cosmo are releasing a one-shot Italian Phantom comic, and we've also got Auction City is back with Auction City Never Sleeps, and it is vintage Brazilian Phantom comic goes to auction, and we're going to be talking about that and so much more on this week's episode. This week in the publisher's news, Fantomet Christmas album, the 2024 Fantomet Christmas album has been announced by Egmont this week, and that is going to be absolutely great for Phantom fans that live in Norway and the Norwegian Phantom fans as a whole. And the context is that the book will be 150 full-color pages, and that is just awesome. That is so good. And the book will contain 6 stories, including The Plant God of Masua by Lee Falk and Wilson McCoy, The Dinosaur by Lee Falk and Cy Barry, and that may include pictures and comic book illustrations of Steggy. And we also have the epic cereal that you're always eating for lunch or breakfast. It could be any time of the day. But no, we have To the Rack and Ruin at Graves Lines by Tony DePaul and Mike Manley, and that's the start of the storyline that was run by Tony DePaul and went for 500 years. It literally went for 500 years. And we've also got The Chronicle of Old Man Moz by Tony DePaul and illustrated by Mike Manley. We've also got The Death in the Himalayas by Tony DePaul and Mike Manley. And then we also have The Phantom's End by Tony DePaul, illustrated by Mike Manley, Brett Brotherlands, and Scott Cohen. The cover that is up on your screen right now has been done by Sam Klein. And this book will be one of the only books that has recently included the entire saga. Like we've had in the past, we've had individual books that have followed the series from the first story to the last story, which is The Phantom's End. We've had them in individual books. But this book, I'm pretty sure, is the first book recently to include the entire saga. So you don't have to go into the first book, an individual book, and then get to the second book, an individual book, and so on. This book will have the entire saga, which will be absolutely epic. It'll be like blowing your mind, but better. But not as good as blowing your mind eventually. This is the saga that the Phantom fans were reading and hearing about from when it started in 2021 and ended a couple years down the track. And it surely didn't go for 500 years. And then you just swivel and you wave. You can now watch my show, The Enthusiast, on Anchor and Spotify. The Enthusiast, where the passion for the Phantom doesn't waver. New episodes weekly on Tuesdays, and I will also be putting a link to the podcast in the description down below. Also, in this week's publisher's news, Italian Phantom publisher will be making a new one-shot Phantom comic for Italian Phantom fans. And it is being reported, and you can see the covers up on the screen right now, It has been reported that the book will be filled with stories made in Italy, and the stories will be done by Angelo Dotario and Massimino Gambalet. The book contains 192 black and white pages and will be released on the 20th of October. And you can now get 14% off on all things Homer's Press with the code Enthusiast 2022, all in one word. Whether you're looking for something new to read on a hard afternoons after hard day's work, there's always something that you can find at Homer's Press today. You go to their website, put in the code and the latest offerings, and you can be making your collection grow even larger. Now we are entering Auction City, where the Auction City never stops. It won't leave anytime soon. This week in Auction City, we are now discovering that there's a vintage Brazilian Phantom comic that is set to go to auction over at Heritage Auctions. The book is called let me make sure that I'm not going to butcher this. The book is called O Fantasma M Justica do Deserto. I think I got that right. We did not butcher. Yes, we did not butcher it. Which in English translates to The Phantom Injustice of the Desert. The book is being shown up on your screen right now. It was originally published by Editora Brasil America Limitada, EBAL for short, in 1948, and it will be up on the screen right now. It's also been reported that the book is CGC graded at a 3.5, and the auction ends on the 15th of November. If you enjoy Phantom Cave reviews, are you excited for the new Fantomet Christmas album? Then subscribe to see more great videos like this, and as always, keep Phantom Caving, stay safe, and you will see me next time on The Enthusiast.